Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Daily English Chats. I'm Emma.
Hi, Emma, and a huge hello to everyone listening around the world. I'm Alex. Welcome to day 20 of the 30-Day English Confidence Challenge.
Day 20 already. Happy Friday, everyone.
Happy Friday. I always love Fridays. The weekend is almost here.
It really is. Alex, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I've had a busy week at school, so I'm definitely looking forward to a little rest this weekend. How about you?
I'm doing really well, thank you. It has been a busy week for me, too. I've had lots of graphic design projects to finish, but everything is finally done.
That's great. Any plans for the weekend?
I think I'll keep it simple. I'd like to sleep a little longer on Saturday, spend some time with Luna, and maybe visit a local market to buy some fresh vegetables and fruit.
That sounds relaxing. I think I'll meet Mark for lunch, watch a football match, and if the weather is nice, we'll probably go for a walk in the park.
That sounds like a perfect weekend.
It does. But before we enjoy the weekend, we have one more lesson together.
That's right. And today is a special day because you've now completed 20 days of English practice.
That's an amazing achievement. 20 days ago, you started this challenge. And now you're already finishing week 4.
You are so proud of everyone who has been practicing with us every day.
This week, we've learned lots of useful English for talking about food.
We talked about our favorite meals, ordering drinks at a cafe, cooking at home, and eating in a restaurant.
We've talked about lots of delicious food.
But today, we're going to talk about something a little different.
Today, we're learning how to talk about foods you don't like and foods you can't eat because of allergies.
These are very useful phrases, especially when you're traveling or eating in another country.
Let's get started.
So, Alex, today we're talking about something that everyone has an opinion about.
Food we don't like.
That's right. Sometimes people ask, what's your favorite food? But it's also very common to ask, is there anything you don't like to eat?
Oh, I get asked that all the time, and my answer never changes.
Let me guess. Olives?
Yes, I still don't like olives.
I don't think you'll ever change your mind.
I don't think so either. I've tried them a few times, but they're just not for me.
What don't you like about them?
Mainly the taste. They're a little too salty for me, and they have a slightly bitter flavor, too.
That's a good point. When we talk about food, we often describe the taste.
Right. We can say food is sweet, salty, sour, bitter, or spicy.
Let's go through them one by one.
Sweet foods usually have sugar. Things like chocolate, cakes, cookies, and ice cream are sweet.
I definitely have a sweet tooth. I love desserts, especially fruit cake or chocolate cake.
I think everyone already knows that.
Maybe. What about salty food?
Salty food has a lot of salt. Crisps, fries, and some snacks can be quite salty.
Next is sour.
Sour foods have a sharp taste. Lemons and limes are great examples.
I like a little bit of sour food, especially lemonade on a hot day, but I don't enjoy very sour sweets.
Me neither. Those super sour sweets make my whole face scrunch up.
Mine too.
And finally, spicy food.
Some people absolutely love spicy food.
Yes, but some people don't enjoy it at all.
I'm one of those people. I can't eat very spicy food because it's just too hot for me.
Me too. If I order food at a restaurant, I often ask, is it spicy? If the answer is yes, I usually choose something else.
Yes, that's a very useful question to remember.
So, listeners, you can say, I don't like spicy food. I don't like bitter food. Or, I love sweet food. They're all simple sentences, but you'll use them often when you're eating with friends or traveling abroad.
Now, there's something even more important than talking about food you don't like.
That's right. Sometimes it's not about the taste at all.
Exactly. Some people can't eat certain foods because they have an allergy.
An allergy is a medical condition. If you eat the wrong food, you can become very sick.
That's why it's very important to tell the waiter before you order.
The sentence is easy to remember. I am allergic to.
For example, I am allergic to peanuts. Or, I am allergic to shellfish.
You can also say, I am allergic to milk. Or, I am allergic to eggs. Emma, do you have any food allergies?
Luckily, no. I can eat almost everything. How about you?
Yes, I do. I'm allergic to shellfish.
Really? Since when?
Since I was a child. I found out after eating shrimp at a family dinner. My parents took me to the doctor, and ever since then, I've been very careful.
That must make eating at restaurants a little more difficult.
Sometimes, yes. That's why I always ask before I order.
So what do you usually say?
I keep it simple. Excuse me, does this dish have shellfish? And if I'm still not sure, I add, I'm allergic to shellfish.
Okay, yeah. Once the waiter knows, they can usually recommend another dish that's safe for you.
Exactly. Most restaurants are very helpful if you tell them clearly.
Let's do another little role play for our listeners.
Great!
Hello, are you ready to order?
Yes, thank you. I'd like the seafood pasta, please. But first, can I ask a question?
Of course.
Does this pasta have shrimp in it?
Yes, it does. It has shrimp and mussels.
Thanks for letting me know. I'm allergic to shellfish.
No problem. Would you like to try our grilled chicken pasta instead?
Yes, that sounds perfect. I'd like the grilled chicken pasta, please.
Great choice. I'll let the kitchen know about your allergy.
Thank you very much.
See? That wasn't difficult at all.
No, you don't need long or complicated English. Just remember one important sentence. I am allergic to.
And if you simply don't like something, you can politely say, "No onions, please." Or, "No mushrooms, thank you."
Those little sentences can make eating out much easier and much more enjoyable. Okay, now it's time for our vocabulary highlight. Let's look at 2 useful expressions from today's conversation.
The first phrase is allergic to. ALLERGICTO. Allergic to.
If you're allergic to something, your body has a bad reaction to it. It can make you feel very sick, so it's important to tell people before you eat.
For example, you can say, "I'm allergic to peanuts." Or, "She's allergic to milk."
Our second word is spicy. SPICY. Spicy.
Spicy food contains hot peppers or strong spices. Some people love it, but others think it's too hot.
You could say, this curry is very spicy. Or, I don't like spicy food.
Great! These are both very useful words. especially when you're traveling or eating in a restaurant.
Okay, everyone. It is time for our shadowing practice.
Today, we're going to practice some useful sentences you can use when talking about food.
As always, we'll read each sentence once, then pause for a few seconds.
During the pause, repeat after us. Try to copy our pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation.
Don't worry about being perfect. Just speak out loud and enjoy the practice.
Ready? Let's begin. Sentence number 1. I don't like spicy food.
Sentence number 2. Olives are too bitter for me.
Sentence number 3. I'm allergic to peanuts.
Sentence number 4. Does this dish have shellfish?
Sentence number 5. No onions, please.
Sentence number 6. I'd like the chicken instead, please.
Excellent work! Those are real sentences you can use in everyday life.
Absolutely. The more you repeat them, the more natural they'll sound when you need them in a real conversation.
And now it's time for our question of the day.
This is your speaking challenge for day 20.
Today's question is, what's one food you don't like and why?
Or, if you have a food allergy, tell us about that instead.
Jump into the comments and write a few simple sentences in English.
For example, you could write, I don't like mushrooms because they are too soft.
Or, I don't like spicy food because it's too hot for me.
If you have a food allergy, you could write, I'm allergic to peanuts. Or, I'm allergic to shellfish, so I always ask the waiter before I order.
As always, don't forget our special rule for today. At the end of your comment, type Day 20 completed, Week 4 finished.
Congratulations! You've finished another week of the challenge.
20 days of practicing English is a fantastic achievement. Your listening is getting better, your vocabulary is growing, and most importantly, you're building the confidence to speak.
We hope you take a little time this weekend to relax and celebrate your progress.
And if you have a few spare minutes, go back and listen to some of your favorite lessons from Week 4.
Yes, repeating lessons is one of the best ways to remember new words and expressions.
Thank you so much for spending another week with us here on Daily English Chats.
If you're enjoying these lessons, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the start of Week 5.
And if today's episode helped you, please give it a like. It really helps more English learners discover our channel.
We'll be back on Monday with Day 21 and a brand new week of conversations.
Until then, have a wonderful weekend. Take care of yourself and keep speaking English whenever you can.
See you on Monday.
Bye, Alex.
Goodbye, Emma. Bye, everyone. Happy weekend.